Galimera, Galispera, Galinicta. Welcome to the Warm and Toasty Online Memory Afternoon, episode 99. My name is John O'Casson. Thank you for being with us. What have we got this afternoon for you today? We've got a weather report from the city of Colchester. Sun, changeable. Can't see for the trees. But yeah, it's all right, you know. It's all right here. That's the weather report. Thank you. We'll see you next week. We've got a lovely show coming up this afternoon. Missed being with you, as I'm sure my co-hosts Tom and Jeanette will feel the same. We've got the retro raffle. Yes, we've got memory of the week. We've got street game of the week is back. Oh yes, street game of the week is back, and we have a special guest all the way from Scotland. The rather marvellous Tom Houston will be joining us in a short while to sing songs and have a chat. And where are my co-hosts? I can see one of them's chewing something. I will bring them forth while they're still chewing to see what they have in their mouths. Hello, good afternoon. It wasn't Tom. How are you both?
I'm all right, thank you very much.
I'm all right. And Galispera to you too.
Galispera.
Look, Keith is in Greece as well.
Oh,
Keith
yes.
is in Greece, is he?
He's written in the Greek.
Oh, yeah. No, I can see that now. What does it mean?
Well, it means
Does it translate?
he loves us. That's what it means. He's saying, hello, I love you. Hello, I love you. Won't you tell me your name? I've got a Greek dog, actually. Yeah, from Greece.
Yes, you have.
Yes. Tom Hardy, how are you, sir? Have you been well? Are you okay? What's been happening in your world?
Oh, God. I don't know. Mostly doing the garden, I think.
Oh. Send photos, not necessarily online, but I'd love to see what your garden looks like.
Did you leave it for the whole of May for the insects and stuff? And then now you're having to crack on?
I left it for the whole of 18, 19, 20, 21. So yes, May included.
Way to go. Get the butterflies are flying.
Yeah, it is full of insects, mostly ants, I think.
Oh.
There's a lot of ants about this year.
A lot of ants in our pants. Quick say hello to Christine. Hi, Chris. And hi, Del. Nice to see you. Hope you're both well. Jeanette Lyons, what's been happening in your world? A brief summary from you, because you do so much.
What has happened? Since we were last on the show, I think I did a gig at the Foresters.
A gig,
I've been on holiday for a week to Crete with my lovely sister. And I'm quite brown, not for you guys, but for me. And my freckles are all there. And then I put my back out. But that's okay. It's better today than it was yesterday. So, and I'm hoping it'll be even better tomorrow for the Strawberry Fair in Cambridge.
Is it? Are you able to share how you did it, or is it under the?
No. It's a really weird thing. When I was on holiday, it was like a couple of days in. I was just putting sun cream on my legs or something, and it was like, oh, my back's a bit twingy, and I could feel it was a bit sore, and so all week I was a bit careful with it. And then I got back Tuesday night, and on Wednesday I was at the doctor's for my diabetes checkup, and they check your feet. And so I bent over. I was telling her about my back, that it was a bit twingy and stuff, so I was being careful. Bent over to undo my shoelaces, and it went bang. And it was like, oh, I can't move.
Oh,
and
bang.
it was awful. It was excruciating. I cried. So, and then yesterday it was a bit better. I've been loads of painkillers. I've got cushions in my chair. I've had wheat sack heated up in the freezer, doing all of that. So it's still pretty painful, but I did have this meeting over in Tiptree this morning, so I had to just dose up, and I'm back, and the painkillers will be wearing off at any minute.
Oh, bless
I'm
you.
all right.
Empathy, much empathy. That's my daily life.
Is it really? Because back pain is horrendous.
Yeah, it's my daily life, and so I kind of empathise. I'm having some injections. Yes, I'm having some
Are you?
injections next month to sort of.
Oh.
They wanted to do an operation, but they said you might not walk, and it doesn't always work. So that put me off the operation.
Big risk.
But your one, did they say anything that it's
Because I was at the doctor's when it happened, I was there with the diabetic nurse, and she was saying, I was showing her where it is, kind of to the side of my spine and down a little bit. And she said it's sounds sciatic, and so there's a nerve being trapped in there.
Yes.
So
yes,
yeah,
I hear you, and I empathise. I won't say anything more about me because everything has to be about me, obviously. I just see...
no, but the good thing is that you and I have both had results of our diabetes blood tests, and we're both doing really well. It's brilliant.
Oh,
that's really
yes.
good news.
Yeah, congratulations to you.
Yeah, no, mine's right down.
Thanks, Del. Sorry you just came along to hear us moan about our
I'm not moaning.
See you next time. And Tony James says, I pull muscles just wringing a flannel these days.
Oh. I did sneeze this morning. I've been avoiding sneezing, and you do that whole thing where you block your nose. And this morning, I was working at my desk before I went off to a festival and thing, and it just crept up, and I sneezed, and it was like, no, that's all right. That's not too bad. I thought I was going to throw it all out again.
Yeah. Do either of you two do an internal sneeze? So you kind of
No.
hold it in, and so your whole body shakes rather than you blasting it out. And
no,
sounds painful.
Yeah, that can't be a good thing, surely.
Well, the doctor said to me once, I had a hernia problem, which remains, but he said, try not to sneeze or hold your belly when you sneeze. So I just kind of hold it in, and so I go, and it sort of like stops it going out, and also it stops me spitting stuff on people, which is always quite handy. Anyway, sorry, we're going on. Tom's done his garden. You've been to Greece. You're doing well in your blood tests, like me. It's all good. So we should say hi to Tony, hi to Christine. Christine's just waiting for her results. Fingers crossed, Christine. Hope that's good results. Dr. Jenny Lithgow, the former queen of the retro raffle scene, reinstated of late. It says, hello, everyone. I'm here for a bit today. Also, hello, you lovely peeps from Elmy, the lovely Elmy.
Hi,
hello, Elmy. Hope you're well.
Elmy's nails looked beautiful on Facebook this week. Her daughter had done her nails.
Ooh.
So pretty. Really nice.
I say.
I keep up on these things, you know.
Yeah, you do. Shall we do the retro raffle? Yes, let's. It's the retro raffle, and it's coming to your screen. Right now. It's the retro raffle, never has been seen. It's the retro raffle, and it's coming. Yeah. It's coming to your screen. Oh, yeah. It's coming to your screen. Retro raffle. I'm a bit worn out now. Yeah, I'm worn out. Yeah. Sing it, Tom.
That's the Beatles.
I haven't heard Tom sing the Beatles since never before.
Oh, you have heard me sing the Beatles.
Yeah.
Oh, I have. I've heard you sing.
Yeah.
Didn't I sing with you 8 days a week? And
yeah.
What else?
Saw her standing there, I think. Didn't we do that one?
Maybe. Can't remember. Tom's very tall. Is he upper class?
Yeah.
And you're middle class. I'm sort of,
I haven't got very good lighting in here today. I forgot. I didn't have time to get my little bright light out.
I spoke to my Anyway, here's the question. I've just realised I've forgotten to do a prize. Oh my god, I'm out of practice. So, if you get this question right and you want some penny chews, I will go to the shop later.
1p chews.
1p chews, only 1p, half p chews.
Not 4 blackjacks for a penny then. Or was that a halfpenny? That was 4 blackjacks for a halfpenny.
You're going back before I was even born.
Yeah, I have good memories when I was very young. Just not
Victorian times. isn't it?
Victorian time.
for a farthing.
Yes. If you get it right, send me your email. No, you send me not your email address because I can't send penny sweets to that. You email I'll just message us your address or something. I'll send it of sweets. Everyone's going to be able to name this, even people that weren't born at the time, because they can go under Google. Though it's frowned upon. Can you name 3 essential buffet foods from the 1970s? Think Abigail's Party.
Yeah.
Hi, Wendy. She's arrived just in time to hear stories of spitting, sneezing, backaches, and pain. I feel quite at home. Very welcome. You're very welcome, Wendy.
Come and join our world.
Seeing you 3 on screen, sorry, not on stage. That's later. Says Tony, has made me think whether the Brady Bunch were the first users of Zoom calls before it was invented. Is this a story of a lovely lady? Jean, hello. Hi, Jean. She says, I'm here. Technological meltdown at weekend. So new toy, everything in a different place. Welcome to my world.
It's tough going
Won't
sometimes,
you
isn't it?
come on in?
Technology. Gosh.
So,
Lovely, but frustrating.
Jean, here's the one. Retro raffle. Can you name 3 essential buffet foods from the 1970s? Duncan.
Duncan's answer.
Yeah. Hello, Duncan. He says cheese and pineapple, cocktails, sausages, and voulevants. How do you say it? I say it wrong, don't I?
Volavants.
No, it's voulevants.
Yvonne Voulevant.
Yvonne Goulagong Voulagong fonts.
Volavant coucher avec moi.
Yeah. Jenny, Dr. Jenny, the reinstated queen of the retro raffle scene, she says probably cheese and pineapple on sticks, sausage rolls, and chicken drumsticks. Chicken drumsticks weren't invented in the 1970s, Dr. Jenny. You're going to have to rethink that last bit of the answer. Were they invented in the 1970s at cocktail buffet parties?
I don't know.
I don't remember having. I mean, maybe it's because we were lower class. We didn't have that sort of thing. You didn't even have fake chicken in them days. You couldn't have real chicken. You couldn't have fake chicken.
Yeah,
We
chicken
had-
paste, though. Chicken paste sandwiches
Chicken paste. Oh,
on
you know,
white bread.
you know what I saw yesterday? They used to have spam spread.
What?
Ooh.
What the who? What the who? Doctor Who? I'll find it and I'll put it up. I'll find it. Where
That's
is it?
better, Tom.
Spam. Let me put spam into my computer. This might go completely awry. Yeah, I'm going to put that up on the screen. Anyway, did we have chicken drumsticks? I don't know. Jenny, we're going to have to ponder that a while. Right, I'm going to get this up. Wendy, she comes along and she says voulevants, cheese and pineapple on sticks, in a cabbage covered in foil. Well, not inside it, outside of it. Mini sausage.
Potato in our world.
Yeah. Mini sausage. Yeah, we had those. Here's it's probably can't see it very well, but this is spam spread. It fills me with spam spread fills me with dread. That's what that is. Like. If you could see it, you'd cry into your voulevants.
Yeah.
I'm having to look on the big screen. It's like, whoa.
Tony's going Angel Delight for dessert. Good call. Duncan saying crab paste sarnie. These are all great.
Yes.
Christine saying blancmange sandwich. Oh no, blancmange. Blancmange jelly.
Blancmange sandwich, yeah.
Blancmange jelly and cheese straws. Oh, cheese straws. Oh, you're living a good life there. Duncan beat me to it. No chicken drumsticks. Jean knows. Jean is a barometer of 70s parties. She knows. She's from Kent. Wendy, she says truffles. Trifle for pudding. Hello. Or dessert if you're posh.
Yeah, it's pudding. It was definitely pudding.
To me, it was the working class. It was afters.
Oh,
Was it not?
pudding. What's for pudding? No, it's definitely pudding in our house. Not that we had it very often, but we did have Angel Delight.
Afters, I think. Yeah,
Oh, it was afters.
Oh.
Afters for you, Tom.
yeah, I think after afters. Yeah.
Jean says, never heard of spam spread. No. Oh, Duncan, a Watney's Party 7.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I was talking about that at the in-person afternoons recently. And that used to get the great big tins of beer, the Party 7. And after a fashion, they did one that had ladies in bikinis on the front of them. Do you remember them?
Not that
Anyone
one.
remember them? That's not just my really bad imagination. There was ladies on these big tins
All right.
of beer that they used to bring in for parties.
Did they?
I remember the
only-
slogan that what we want is Watneys. I remember that. That's all.
I remember the peanuts in the pubs where they would slowly undress a woman.
Oh,
Do you not remember those?
yeah, I remember them.
Oh, on the pieces of cardboard where you
Yeah.
take the packets off. And as you
Yeah.
take the packets off, yeah.
I was a bottle boy when I was about 13, 14. That was probably the main reason for doing it. I used to work in the cellar, and it had one of these wind up lifts that you put the crates of the drink in, and then you just pull it, a pulley system, and you pull it up to the main bar, and they'd get it. And they let me drink as many bottles of pop as I liked. It was about 12, 13. I think they called it slave labour in them days. Oh, good days, yeah. Yeah, and there used to be a pen as well that they used to have clothes come on or clothes come off.
Mhm. From the
Did
trick
they?
shop. Yeah, from the trick shop, I think they used
From the
to.
trick shop.
I remember one with a boat that used to go along, like a cruise ship.
Oh, the boat.
That's what I remember.
Oh, that's not naked.
Funny
you
enough, I
want a
don't
boat?
remember seeing a lot of naked women.
What do you want a
Not
boat
even,
for?
not even my family, because we were Catholics, and you always
Oh,
You
sorry.
had to undress
You
in the
couldn't
dark.
get naked as a Catholic person.
No, you didn't kind of, I don't know, never saw my mum in her underwear. We were, and I remember one day, like, put your dressing gown on. Uncle so-and-so's on his way round. So even though you've got pajamas, you've got to
Oh
put a
my
dressing gown
God.
on as well.
I've come over quite hot, actually. Look a bit red. I don't know where we were. It's a joy to be back with you, Tom and Jeanette, I must say.
You've missed all this nonsense,
I've
haven't you?
missed all this nonsense.
I know I have.
I realised my life had been empty, and I couldn't think for the life of me why. I thought it was food, so I'd start eating a bit more to fill those holes. But it's you two that fills those holes, and those people on the chat.
Yeah, it's
Like-
lovely. I
like
really miss
Wendy.
it.
Wendy says afters. Yes, that's true. Wendy says, remember seeing Nudie playing games and giggling.
Playing cards.
Playing
Playing
cards.
cards.
Yeah.
On the bag, didn't they? Yeah.
Oh God,
Yeah.
yes. Oh yes. Didn't I see
I don't
them a lot?
remember. I don't remember the lady ones very much. A little bit maybe from when I was little, but I do remember the fireman, the handsome fireman cards.
Handsome fireman. Hello. What did they, were they like sort of holding a tool or something?
Well, holding their
Ready with that.
hose, splashing out water, or just kind of, with their brace, no shirt on, and just their trousers and their.
You sure that
braces.
wasn't just
like
last week?
Calendar boys? No, it's
That
a few years
wasn't-
ago.
Is
Yeah.
that the one on your wall behind you?
The significant other.
Oh no, that's the band. Oh no, we've all
Oh.
definitely clothes on. Oh,
Oh,
wearing
I
the same
thought that-
trousers right now.
oh, I'm glad you've evened it out because it was very sexist, wasn't it? The way they did things.
Yeah, exactly. So I was just, bringing it up to date a bit with the fireman.
We appreciate that. Fantastic.
You're welcome.
Let me just save that screen.
I'll be
grab.
holding interviews for the next calendar.
So yeah, that's the retro raffle. What else do we do on this show? I can't remember. Oh, the memory of the week.
Memory of the week.
Yes, getting back into it. It's our 99th show. Did I tell you? Did I tell anyone?
No,
No.
only off air. But
Only off
I'm
air.
very excited about it being 99th show. We've managed 99 shows.
99 shows. It's amazing. We're
a lot.
going to have our 100th one in 2 weeks' time, and also it's kind of halfway through the year, kind of. So if anybody, I was just asking this yesterday, if anybody wants to tell us any feedback about what we're doing. If you've watched a show, you've come to an in-person show, just give us some feedback, what you think of it, really. If it's good, bad, or indifferent, or we can improve, let us know, because that actually would quite help us. But yes, we're 99 today. We've been running this show since March 2020. And because I have to do some figures to start gathering figures of what's going on, we have had over 40,000 views so far. Not bad, is it, for a little community project in the city of Colchester?
Yes, well done.
Yes. We made that happen, obviously, ourselves. So yeah, thanks for being with us. It's so good, and thank you so much to Tom and Jeanette. It's a joy being in your company again. And on Monday, I get to be in Tom's actual company again, as we're in Shrub End with Mr. Adi Johnson. Is rumoured to be joining us, so we shall see. We shall see. Jean has missed you all too. That's us. Oh, bless you, Jean. Wendy, on the improvement side, can you dress as firemen? Yeah,
Yeah.
no problem. Stop clapping so heartily. Yeah, we can do that for you. No problem, Wendy. We can sort that out. Tom has got a couple of outfits that we pull out of the bag for such occasions.
To go up to the live events where we always dress up as firemen.
Oh,
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like Live Aid, but without the money spent on it. The memory of the week. When you was growing up, did you have on your table at home, on your dinner table, did you have condiments on it or nearby? What were they? And if so, what are your favourite condiments now? I mean, what's your turn to condiments, Tom Hardy, these days?
For what? Quite like chutneys.
Yeah, you're a chutney man, aren't you?
I do like a chutney.
Could you tell us a little bit what sort of chutney you like?
Well, my favourite at the moment, which we've run out of, is Emma's homemade grape and apple chutney.
Emma's, I'm just putting an order in, grape and apple chutney.
So,
that sounds nice.
Which we use our own grapes from our grapevine, and next door's apples.
Hallelujah, that sounds delightful.
it does. Oh, lovely. I like the idea of it all being grown, and there's no carbon footprint to that, is there? It's not had to go in a lorry anywhere.
No, there are other things in there, but you know, main ingredients.
Yeah.
I had
stolen from neighbours.
you don't know. They're the ones that hang over. Oh, that sounds good. Maybe one day I'd get a spoonful of that.
But I think
yeah, you a chutney.
I guess was talking about vinegar.
Yes, we'll welcome Tom Houston quite shortly, actually, and he can tell us about vinegar.
Partial to sherry vinegar.
Sherry vinegar
as a condiment.
Well, the thing is, I have apple cider vinegar. It's good for circulation, for keeping you warm, all sorts. It's good for making you better. Gout, it's good for gout. But red wine vinegar is so good in salads.
No, you should try sherry vinegar on salad.
Jeez, I've got to write this down now, so everyone's sherry vinegar.
I'd like to try that.
Do you have that instead of red wine?
Yep.
In salad and just a little. Okay, sherry vinegar. Is it anything like sherry that your mum used to drink?
No.
Or Jeanette?
I like sweet sherry very much.
So as long as it's not like that.
No.
Not like Harvey's Bristol cream or the other one.
Not like Harvey's Bristol cream.
No, it'd be the horrible dry ones that I don't like.
What condiments do you go for, Jeanette?
When I was little, it was salt, like just table salt, and white pepper.
White pepper.
You know, thing of salt and white pepper and ketchup and brown sauce. That's all I remember ever when I was little. Okay. But now it would be molten sea salt in a grinder and black pepper corns. I've got electric grinders that you just push the top and it grinds it, and it's got a little light at the bottom. So I'm a bit posh with salt and pepper. But I think I occasionally have brown sauce or ketchup on certain things, but mostly my go-to thing would be olive oil and balsamic vinegar. or
Okay.
honey and mustard dressing on salad.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh. Got to watch
I do
those
that. I
dressings.
have. Do you ever mix balsamic vinegar and olive oil and then just dunk bread in it? That's just lovely.
I have been at places that did that, but I
Tom's, yeah,
couldn't
Tom's
afford the
lovely.
bread. It was that expensive. Tom likes that. Yeah, I go for. I mean, why is it you go into restaurants and more traditional ones? They always had white pepper. Is it an English thing?
No.
Because I always
I
had
cook.
black pepper.
I cook with a lot of white pepper. I
Do
put that in a
you?
lot of things. Yeah,
That's
loads.
very outrageous, isn't it?
But then I have, my lovely salt and pepper electronic devices to put on my chips.
I don't have salt anymore. I have a thing that I got online. It's a 0% sodium salt replacement.
All right.
It's okay to have,
Tastes the
and
same?
it's near enough because on an egg or something, I do like a little salt.
Right.
I'll have that with ground pepper or the one with the grinder. What else do I have? And I've always been a bit partial to wholemeal mustard. What is it? Wholemeal?
Whole grain.
Whole grain.
Oh, I love that wholemeal mustard. That mustard or Dijon mustard, and low salt and sugar ketchup.
Oh.
No daddy sauce, no HP. Christine's going with the usual 3 plus mayo. So is that salt, pepper? What's the third one? Would it be
Tomato
ketchup?
ketchup.
Yeah, it could be. Could be salt, pepper, vinegar.
Yes, salt, pepper, and vinegar. Yeah.
Elmy's going French dressing and bottle with Maggie seasoning. Maggie lives up the road. She does it herself. Lovely connotations. Not connotations. When she mixes it together, she makes a connotation. I can't speak. Oh,
Bit rude.
You want us
sometimes.
to fill in the gaps?
Yeah.
And the combination?
yeah, thank you. Maggie condensate. Oh no, I better not say it. Condensation.
Condensation.
Maggie gets the condensation in the winter from her loft and she blends it. Oh. I think Maggie without the E is a seasoning brand. I've seen it before. Sorry, Elmy, I'm messing about.
Do you think it's Dutch?
Could be, because Elmy.
No?
Maggie seasoning. I don't know. It sounds like a sort of folk band from the 70s. Now, here they are, Maggie Seasoning.
Isn't it one of the names of the three kings in the nativity thing?
No, the Magi are the three kings, aren't
Oh, right, yeah. I was getting muddled up.
they? Not Maggie, one of the three kings.
Oh, that's one of the Simpson kings.
We're sitting here having a good laugh, and we've forgotten all about our guest. He's there on his lonesome, all the way in Scotland, and we should bring him forth. Let's see if we can bring him forth with the use of the internet. Mr. Tom Houston, are you there?
No, I'm not here.
Ah, who are you then?
I'm an interloper.
Well, welcome, Mr. Interloper.
Thank you.
We're here to ask you about your condiments.
Okay, I'll clasp my hands in front, and I shall answer the questions as
Yes.
they're put to me.
What's your favourite? Well, you had a bit of an episode with a condiment earlier, did you?
Yeah, is a condiment when it's not being used?
Of course, it stands ready.
You think it's there on the ready, sir?
Yeah. Reported for duty, sir.
Right. So it was at
Non-condiment.
ease. So when a bottle of vinegar is at ease, it's a top condiment tip coming all the way here. Make sure you are not lazy. You are not a slouch when it comes to putting the top back on your vinegar bottle, because it might be you're so desperate to get into your snash that you just
Smash.
place it on it and just get stuck in. But at a later date, you might inadvertently bump the condiment with your phone, and it might spill over onto the table.
But it'll clean that table. That's the good thing.
Burn a
However,
hole in it.
luckily for me, the top had been put on it. Someone had heeded the advice before they'd been given it, and it didn't spill. But
What? So it didn't spill, and you haven't got a smelly back.
no, it's not smelly. But here's the thing, because so often it's like the top tip of what you clean the thing up with is like vinegar. It's like,
Yeah.
what do you clean vinegar up with? It's like,
White vinegar,
yeah. More vinegar.
more vinegar.
Yeah, ladle it on.
Add some baking soda, some bicarbonate of soda. Put that down the sink with a bit of vinegar. Cleans it up. Lovely.
Clean up your vinegar with vinegar.
Clean up your act. Do you
Yeah.
have any other condiments of choice?
I think I do. I'm very partial to soya sauce, tamari soya sauce, which hasn't been mentioned. So I do like some soya sauce. A bit of a leaning towards the Japanese cuisine.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Did you have particular ones? Oh, either Jeanette, Tom, or other Tom. Did you have ones that you had on your table in your family home way back when you were a kiddie?
Did you never know, Johnny, that I was never a child?
I did wonder. I read
No.
something on the internet, but I didn't want to believe it.
Always a child. I think it was just salt and vinegar.
Right.
And I mean, just salt, really, because I wasn't one for pepper, so I just would like things simple. So I think maybe for a pie there would be tomato sauce would come out, but I think I went quickly off ketchup. I think I went quickly off of ketchup.
That's interesting. Let me just read a couple of comments so we can keep in touch with people. Elmi's laughing. She says she's not sure about the Maggie seasoning. She puts it in soup or on vegetables. Very nice. It's one my family used to have, my sister's family, aromat. I remember that. It was in a yellow thing, sort of like a flavouring. Jean says, okay, pepper, Thousand Island dressing, ketchup. A nice range there, Jean. I think that's fine. Christine shouts at Elmi, I know, Elmi. And then Jenny says, I agree. An egg needs a little salt, otherwise I don't add anything. Oh, back in the day, what else we didn't have a lot of choice, did we? A starter for a meal was grapefruit juice.
I think my grandmother used to have what was the salad stuff?
Oh, salad cream.
Salad cream, which was horrible.
Yes. Yeah, we
I
never
think-
had mayonnaise. We always had salad cream.
Yeah.
I think the key is, and I'm thinking back, is the key is the top of the salt cellar or the top of the pepper cellar. For so many years, it was very clearly you only had one in the salt and you had maybe 6 or 7 in the pepper, and that was it. That was it. And the top, they tended to be like one of those bollards. It was always rounded like a bollard.
Yeah.
You get in. And then I don't know at what point they just started diversifying the tops of salt and pepper.
I think it's when we joined Europe.
You
Like
think,
the EU.
let's go back. Let's go back to the one hole and the 5
Well,
holes.
we're going back to imperial
The
measurements.
Yeah, the
And
imperial
one-
holes on
And
salt
one
and
sort,
pepper.
and one sort of salt.
Yeah.
salt
I
and
think-
pepper drink.
I think, Jeanette, you'll be losing that light at the bottom of your salt cellar. I think that'll be one of the first things to go.
Yeah,
think-
but if I stop putting batteries in them, the
Well,
lights won't work. But then it also won't grind anything.
yeah, I think you've got to go back. I think you've got to get rid of them.
It's a
and
slippery
actually
slope.
use the energy to shake things onto my food.
Yes.
I spent 5 minutes of a sort of family meal last weekend trying to get the grinder to work for the pepper or whatever it was. And then they got a grinder that's shaped like a grinder, but the lady who was serving us just come around and said, oh, no, you just turn it. It's from the top.
It's got holes.
And I said, well, why has it got a grinder thing on it then? It's madness. People have gone mad and they're just confused. I mean, when I was young, salad cream, like Jean, she says salad cream, no mayonnaise. mayonnaise wasn't invented around our parts. Nobody bought it. It was salad cream on your coleslaw, and that was tangy. Oh, Christine, see you soon. Thanks for being with us. Yeah, the things we had. Yeah, the salad cream was big, but now it's a bit sharp, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, what we're doing is we are discussing condiments with our lovely guest Tom Houston and our lovely public friends who are commenting. But before we chat anymore, we should get that Mr. Tom Houston to grab his guitar and give us a tune of some kind. Is that possible, Mr. Houston?
Yeah. Can I not just slip into sort of lazy chit chat? No, I better do something.
Yeah, slip into something comfortable, like some silk. Oh, you look like actually you got something comfortable on with that.
I like it's tie-dyed. So I thought we were maybe going to have a conversation like this.
Yeah.
And then a song entered my head which goes way back in time, like this conversation. You know, it's a really I did this song as an audition into the BBC way back. I don't know when it was, 70s or 80s or something. And there was a bit of a stir. And usually I'm used to playing and no one pays any attention, but there seemed to be a wee bit of a stir. It was probably early 80s actually. And I since heard that the producer had really liked the song and he was going to use it. But he was sacked the next day by the BBC.
Oh, sounds like an Alan Partridge sketch, doesn't it?
Yeah, he did actually contact me and said, "Oh, Tom, it's whatever my name is. I really like that song. Can we use it as a wee demo for cable TV?" And he says, "There's not much money." And I went, "Oh," and he said 60 quid. And I went, "Oh." And then I said, "Okay, then," put the phone down and went, "Yes."
60 quid we eat tonight, love.
Yeah. So this, if I can remember, it's a song called Fast Food. But first of all, you need to help me set it up. And I'm going to use you as a stooge, Jono. Where do you go in your city if you're going for you're going for takeaways? What's it called?
Queen Street, is it?
Queen Street. Okay.
Babylon.
We'll go for Queen Street.
Queen Street. Okay, so we're going to get out of your way while you do this, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to get out of your way while you do this. Ladies and gentlemen, he's doing it. It's Tom Houston.
Well, I was out west. I was heading back east when Jono suggested we go for a feast. Really live it up in downtown Queen Street. 'Cause I'm like fish, Jono's like chips. Without salt and vinegar, something's amiss. Alone, we're just edible. Together, we're a hell of a dish. And it was then when the preacher said, "Give us this day our daily bread. Heaven can wait, so give me fast food instead." Well, I went hot curry, Jono went Chinese. Our stomachs there so eager to please. He's the spaghetti, I'm the Parmesan cheese. Well, we chewed and we swallowed with all our might. Hamburgers by day, beef burgers by night. They came in fast and they shot out covered in sauce. And it was then when the preacher said, "Give us this day our daily bread. Heaven can wait, so give me fast food instead." When we reached up top, there was a 5-mile queue for 6 stale loaves that were turning blue. I said, "To hell with this, give me instant Irish stew." So we hopped a ride that was going down to the burning fires of the underground. Deep fried soul, the fastest food in town. And it was then when the devil said, "Give us this day our daily bread. Heaven can wait, so give me fast food instead." Yes, it was then when the devil said, "Give us this day our sliced white bread. Heaven can wait, so give me fast food instead." Yes, fast food.
Very good.
Makes me hungry. I had to go and get some crisps.
Get
In
some
the,
crisps.
we actually did shoot the video for that, and it had me going into a fish and chip shop in Byers Road, and then I had to, so I went in and bought it. He paid for it, and then I had to throw the fish and chips in the bin and eat the polystyrene. I did it for the sake of art.
Oh, absolutely, and to line your stomach.
Yes. Anyway,
That's lovely.
there we
Thank
go.
you. Thank you for the name drop.
Yeah, you crept in there. I managed it.
Song.
Yeah.
Very nice. It reminded me somehow of John Cooper Clarke in a weird sort of way. Thank you, Tom. We're going to pop off for a minute. We'll have you back in a short while. We're just going to do a little ting, and
Yeah.
we'll welcome you back in a short while, Mr. Tom Houston, ladies and gentlemen.
Yoo-hoo.
There he is. Lovely man. Couple of comments. Dr. Jenny says, just remembered I like salad cream on chips. Homemade chips, cooked in fat, of course. I don't eat chips of today. Still pining for the old days. I used to hate mayo, but now I don't like salad cream and only have mayo, but it has to be Heinz mayo. I thought Hellman's was the best, but I find that if you go, because I have the low fatty sort of ones, if you go to the upmarket shops like Lidl or All Day, All Day don't have any mayonnaise in because there must be a mayonnaise shortage in Europe, but their one's just as good as Hellman's. But I don't know about Heinz. Do you know Heinz mayo, you two lovelies? You two, me lovelies?
I know what you're saying about Aldi and Lidl, and I don't care as long as it's mayonnaise. I don't care if it's low fat, what brand it is. I don't care. It's just mayonnaise. My sister insists on having Hellman's mayonnaise and not the low fat one.
Yeah,
Full fat Hellman's, and that's it.
My son
So-
does like Hellman's. But I care. I care. I care about you, and I care about you eating all of that full fat mayonnaise, and it worries
At the
me.
moment, cheese balls. That's what I
Who's-
like.
I thought you said
Cheese
cheese.
balls.
Cheese what? And you've put on a
Get some mayonnaise to dip them in.
in the break. Have you put on some lingerie and put on some sort of like fancy garb on top?
No, my cardigan was on the back of the chair, and I got a little bit cold. No,
Okay.
I'm wearing
Have you
all
put your
my
chair-
evening clothes.
You put your chair up because you weren't as high
I
as that.
moved.
Yeah, she's
No,
up.
I'm-
She wanted to move up.
It's the same. I've moved the screen.
No.
Oh, she's moved this.
Look,
Oh, look, she's little again. Let's read a couple of these lovely comments from the lovely people. Wendy says, we had the electric pepper grinder till a bit dropped off and my mum didn't realise it was on the spoon of her soup. She put it in her mouth. It was like a magic trick. Oh, my God. There's a lesson there, Wendy. The other week, I pulled out a cheapo electric toothbrush end. You know, like you get the bits, what are they called? The heads.
brush head. Yeah.
Brush heads on electric toothpaste that I bought from Lidl or somewhere like that. After 3 uses, all bits of metal, it come off, and there was all bits of metal and that holds it together in my mouth. Couldn't believe it. Yeah. Don't buy your toothbrush heads from a cheapo shop because they don't last. Keith sends applause to Tom, Mr. Houston. Jenny says, it's all about the taste. I go for the full McCoy, full fat. My God, people are living the craziest lives out there. Danzy says, salad cream on egg. That's just wrong, isn't it? Mother bought Hellman's mayo. She called it Hellingman's just for the heck of it. Bring me that Hellingman's, darling. Salad cream on egg. That does ring a bell, though.
You're thinking of like egg mayonnaise, but with salad cream. So egg salad cream. It doesn't have the same ring to it.
Doesn't have the same ring, but I bet it's lovely.
Egg mayonnaise is fantastic. Really nice with cress.
Fantastic
favourite.
egg mayonnaise.
I would even have that in white bread.
Oh, Jeanette, you've gone wrong
know.
down.
I
You've
know.
gone down the wrong tracks. I don't know what's happening.
No,
to you.
Lorraine drives my food truck on the tracks, doesn't she? And Lorraine likes white bread, crusty white bread
With mayonnaise.
and cress.
She's the only one that's keeping the Mother's Pride factory going. Yeah. Let's move on. We've got another feature. It's called Street Game of the Week. With chalk and rope and youth and hope, we played those street games. Always getting dirty, sweaty, hot and shirty, played those street games. I kissed you behind the bike sheds. You told your mum. Knock down ginger and kiss chase and bubble gum. We played those street games of the week. Yeah, indeed. Street Games of the Week is back. And this week I've realised I spent ages on it, but I didn't do photos. How can you get a photo of the first one? So I'll just describe it to you. You knock on somebody's door and you run. It's not an Amazon driver. It's not an Amazon delivery driver. What did we call it? We called it Knock Down Ginger. Not sure why. There's probably someone out there who's much more cleverer than I. Knock Down Ginger is the first street game of the week for you to consider. Thank you, Dancy. She likes that jingle. That's very kind of you. Elmy says, I like mayonnaise on my chips. She's continental. Elmy's continental. Do you remember, Tom Hardy? Did you ever play Knock Down Ginger yourself?
I did. Yeah.
You're sharing a screen. He's sharing a screen.
I was just going to try and find you a picture.
Oh, good man. If you find a picture, while you do, I'll ask Jeanette. He's ready to share a screen. He's ready to share a screen. Let's see what Tom's going to share with us today. He's got a nice blue screen. Oh, look at that.
He's got the whole of his desktop.
He's got the whole of his desktop.
Yeah, I should have shared just that. But it was quite
Just that. Cool. There's a lot of them playing it.
There is.
There is. Knock Down Ginger. Thanks, Tom. Did you play it at all yourself, Tom?
Yeah.
I'll take that one off. You don't need that one, do you?
No.
I can't actually. I can only remove it. I can't hide it. So I'm going to take it off and remove it so that Tom's privacy is protected. You played it, Tom. I can't believe that of you.
Well, I was forced to, of course. I didn't want to.
Yeah, of course you didn't.
But the big boys made me do it.
Where was that? Where were you in the world when you were doing that Knock Down Ginger?
Probably Grinstead Estate.
Ah, well, that says it all, really, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep. There's quite a few doors on there to knock on and run away from.
I was the same as you. The big boys made me do it. And they knew that the guy who came out, he looked a bit like William Conrad as Cannon, you know, like he was really round and like he wasn't very tall. And they knew he'd come in his vest running after whatever kid knocks on his door. So they told me, run and then go down that ramp and jump over that wall. Always remember it. So I did. And sure enough, William Conrad as Cannon come running out of his house, chased me down the ramp. I jumped over the wall. What they didn't tell me, 20-foot drop on the other side.
Oh,
Broke me differential. Yeah. I was lucky. I was like Spider-Man in them days and I landed great.
Yeah.
Luckily, William Conrad as Cannon didn't jump on top of me.
It just fell on you.
Yeah. So I do empathise and understand the big boys. The big boys come, Mrs. Patterson.
I think because most people just come to the door, wouldn't they, and sort of look out and maybe, you know, and you'd be hiding and you'd see them and they'd just do that. But occasionally you would get somebody that would chase you, which was quite exciting, I think.
It was quite exciting. I mean, they did have a variation. I don't know if it was called Noxies, where you tie a bit of string to somebody's door or like a row of houses at once, go really far back and then pull them all at once.
Oh.
That was a good one. That was a good one because we did it. We dropped a string from my upstairs in my house from the top floor, then went and tied it onto different doors and they kept coming out. Who is it? What do you want? Evil children. How about you? That's not something I can imagine you playing, Knock Down Ginger, Jeanette.
No, I never did. And it was really weird because I knew that this subject was coming up today. So I had a discussion with my sister at breakfast this morning. And I said to her, what games do you remember when we were little? What did you she's 3 years younger, but what do you remember playing? And she was saying, I can't remember. Oh, she said that she played on stilts, wooden stilts. And I was laughing because of her description of the wood. Pieces of 4x4. She was thinking, was it 2x4? No, it was 4x4.
Well, before it was before the 4x2 before.
It was just so funny listening to her talking about wood. And so there were like kind of pieces of wood with these kind of, I don't know, wedge-shaped bits hammered on. And she didn't know who made them, but like everybody had them, she said. I don't remember this. There's that slight age difference. I was off somewhere else doing, I don't know, drawing probably. And she said, oh, but wasn't it awful when you see all those kids playing that thing where they'd knock on old people's doors? And I knew that was coming up today. And she said, oh, that was terrible. It was really awful. I didn't like that people did that. And I said, oh, right. And I said, and just thinking about, other games, I said, Jono was talking once before on the show about when he was playing hide and seek and he was so good that he found a place and nobody found him all afternoon. She nearly cried. She was so sad, laughing, but sad as well. And it was like, oh, and it was just so funny. I think she was a bit emotional this morning thinking about all the poor old people who've had their doors knocked on.
Said our love to her, but the thing
she's gone away. She's gone away for the weekend.
She's gone down. She's gone down for knocking all them windows. Knocking all the doors. We thought that they were older people. I think they were like 33.
Well, that was old when you're little, isn't it? It's really old.
Yeah, I don't think they. I mean, I never knocked on an older person's door, but I remember someone who was sort of like my dad's age or something. You know what I mean? They weren't particularly old.
They could still run and chase you.
Still run. That William Conrad geezer was cannon. He could run like the wind. Let's see what people are saying. Wendy says, knock down ginger, marbles on the drain. Oh, I hope it had a cover so you don't lose them. And hopscotch. Elmy says, no, never am a miss goody. Oh, Elmy. Tansy says, knock down ginger. Tin Tam Tommy. Love that one. Runouts. Again, love them both. Runouts. Oh, my God. Come to that next, I think. Wendy says the extending roller skates you had from age 5 to 18. Yes. Oh, yes.
Red ones.
And the metal bit at the bottom moved, or was it metal? I think it was.
Had a wing nut, didn't it, that you could tighten up? So extend it and then
wing nuts. We need more wing nuts nowadays. Don't get enough wing nuts in our lives, do we? Dr. Jenny says kiss chase. Oh, you saucy thing. And Elmy says leapfrog. Oh, these are great ones. I'm gonna have to put these down for a future week. Knockdown Ginger is going against hide and seek in all its various forms, which is kind of a bit like a version of Tin Tan Tommy. It's certainly like runouts, or as what Jeanette alluded to earlier, was when I hid all day and Lorraine cried about it afterwards. We were playing Planet of the Apes, which was runouts, but it developed into Planet of the Apes when the TV series come out. And any kid that had a bike was allowed to be an ape. So they were on horses, so the bikes were like horses. And the kids who didn't have a bike, they were the humans, and they had to hide. And I did hide in an underground car park for the afternoon. No one ever found me. I came back and they'd all gone home for their dinners. That is true. Yeah, that's good. Tell us about hide and seek, or a variant of hide and seek, like runouts. You must have played that, Tom Hardy.
Yeah, there was sardines as well, wasn't there? That was a sort
what was that one?
Where you'd go and somebody'd hide, but when you found them, you'd like all hide together, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah. Like didn't they do that in Inside Number 9 or something? They all hid in the wardrobe.
Sort of almost like a reverse hide and seek. But we had a variation. I think when the Sweeney came out.
No, go on.
Which was like Sweeney against, I don't know, whoever with the bad people, you know. And so that got quite feisty at times. And I remember this isn't very nice sort of thing. I remember being at a youth club when we were playing this, and I got shot by an air pistol
What?
in my head.
No.
Yeah.
Well, that's awful.
He laughs about it now, though, of course.
There's only like a gap gun thing, you know. So
I thought that scar was from your lobotomy.
Your bottom what?
it's not very nice, is it?
I'm joking.
She's well out of order.
Really?
You don't even have a scar. Did it break the skin?
No, it was a gat gun. You know, they're not really very
I
powerful.
don't know what that is. A
They're
gas
like
gun.
like crappy air guns, air
I
pistols.
don't know.
Yeah. I've got a scar there though.
What's that from?
I fell out of my pram.
Oh,
I got out of my pram as a baby.
oh, hey, don't get out your pram, lad.
Can you see it when you don't have a beard?
Yeah. Still
Is that why you have a beard?
no.
Because it really suits you.
No, I just have a beard because I've always had a beard.
I can't imagine Tom without a beard.
I'm
That's,
too
No,
lazy to
no.
shave, really.
yeah, there's that. What about you, Jeanette?
I know I'm not too lazy to shave, and I don't.
No, no, you silly Billy. Run-outs, hide and
I don't-
seek.
I can remember a little bit of playing hide and seek, but not very much. So I don't know. We used to.
Would you like to get caught? Is that what it was?
No, no. I liked playing on my own quite a lot.
Yeah, you can't
'Cause
play
it was a
hide
big
and seek.
family,
Did
and
you
it
tell
was,
that to your
yeah,
sister? She'd be in tears now, wouldn't she? Cry?
Who knows? It's much fun away for the
I prefer
weekend.
to play by my own. I didn't
No,
I
know
played hide
it.
and seek with myself. It was rubbish.
Oh, I
I
liked
kept finding
doing
myself.
things. I liked drawing and playing with spirograph, and I decided when I was 6 that I wanted to teach myself French. I don't know how I thought I was going to learn it from a book, and just I don't know. I like just doing. I was quite, bit of a loner, bit different, but that was all right.
Bit poetic.
It's just everywhere with so many people all the time. Having quite a big family, there was never any space. I always had to share a bedroom. There was always loads of people, all the time. And so if I had the chance to kind of go off somewhere and be on my own, I would take it. I would go and read. I loved reading.
Oh, bless you. You're breaking our heart here. I should read some comments. Let's see. Leapfrog says Elmi. Skateboarding says KGB. Jenny says I'm going to be indisposed for the next month or so. I might be able to watch, but my right arm will be recovering, so unusable. She's played Knockdown Ginger and she's hurt her arm. I'm sorry you're not well, Jenny, with your arm. I hope you fixed the drink. Yeah, she had a few too many. Hope it gets well soon, Jenny. We like having you with us. Hopefully you can join us soon. But most importantly, be well soon. Wendy mentions Cannon with William Conrad. And then Jean says, "What?
You don't know Cannon?
You don't know Cannon?
No.
He had a moustache. He was little. He's round. Oh, Tom will probably find a picture of it in a minute.
Sort of Rockford Files time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I remember Rockford Files.
Streets of San Francisco, Kojak, all of that.
Yeah, Cannon.
Look him up.
Look him
Yeah.
up. You'll be pleased you will. Jean, we did What's the Time, Mr. Wolf. That's a great one. We did that last time. And Statues, that's a good one. Stay Still. I used to play that with the other kids and then go off and have a fag round the back. Danzy says, elastic between two friends and you had to stand in the center, make it crisscross by jumping. Ankle height, then knee height, then thigh height. I wish I could remember what it was called. Sounds boring, but it wasn't. Anybody know what it was called? Wendy suggests French skipping. And then Danzy says, playing hide and seek with myself. She's laughing. Yeah, going around in circles with that one, aren't you? We're so chatty today. Oh, it's already coming on 2 o'clock. I can't believe it. Keep those memories coming in. But what we need from you is, what are you going to vote for Street Game of the Week? Do you vote for Knockdown Ginger or Hide and Seek and its variants? So you get a little bit of a bonus with the Hide and Seek. All of the run-outs, Planet of the Apes, probably even a bit of Tin Tan Tommy. You can do a bit of hiding. So Knockdown Ginger versus Hide and Seek. Jean says, Jenny, did your mum always speak to you when you got to the last page of a book? Oh, that's probably quite interesting, but I'm not sure why. Don't tell me the ending. I'll kill you if you do. Hide and seek for Elmy. Keep those votes coming in. We're going to go and find Mr. Houston. He's in my under regions at the moment, but I'm bringing him forth. Rise up, Mr. Tom Houston. Rise up now. Here he is. Sorry, we're chatting away, Tom, and time's pushing on. Apologies, not keeping you in the loop. If
Well,
there was, sorry,
I've been listening in, been taking me to the dark recesses of my cupboards.
did you play Knockdown Ginger or versions of Hide and Seek?
Yeah, well, it's fascinating, but let's keep it brief. I think I had one. We didn't call it Knockdown Ginger, but I can't remember what we did call it. And there was some. I think I did it once, and the mixture of excitement and that this is wrongness to it. But I think we had a version of Hide and Seek, and we called it Kick the Can. So I think when you got to home base, you kicked the can. And so that would be the one that my vote. If I don't know if I get a vote on this, but that would be mine. I suppose it would be Hide and Seek.
Yeah, you do get the deciding vote if it's a draw. We call upon you. We're wearing your antisocial ankle brace from being playing Hide and Seek, but not Knockdown Ginger.
Okay.
Nowadays, you would get it's an antisocial thing, isn't it? You don't get kids doing that nowadays, do you? Knocking on people's doors. That's the job of the Amazon Prime delivery, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, on their doorbells.
I think they just hack into your computer and steal your money out of your bank account. Is that the equivalent now?
Well, I asked people on Twitter the other night. I asked an acquaintance, very nice chap, said what they used to do as a game was they'd put a box outside the door or a wrapping of an envelope, and they'd set it alight, but they didn't tell people inside of it there would be a poo.
Oh.
So people would come out and stamp on the box of poo.
Oh no!
That is antisocial behaviour, right there.
Yeah. What possesses folk?
I don't know. Wendy says, lovely to chat. Off to see Jules Holland tonight. 2 years overdue from pandemic. Birthday prezi for my mum. Enjoy.
Lovely.
Both you and your mum, Wendy. Hope you have a lovely time. So, Mr. Houston, Mr. Tom Houston, we're very pleased that you're back with us today. Are you going to do us another song or a piece of some kind?
Yeah, I will do. It's got nothing to do. Well, hey, how about that for Shameless?
Bring it down a little. Bring it down. See the title. Nice. What's the title? Pushing the Pool Door.
Yeah.
I'm Houston.
There's I'm releasing it a single at a time, so I thought I'd better do a song from that.
You better.
I thought I better, and then I thought, did I do this before? And then I'm sure you've written it all down, and you'll know within 2 seconds, and you'll stop me. Anyway,
we're not going to stop you. It doesn't matter if you've done it before, anyway.
So it's a song called Alexander Staying, and it's a kind of an inversion of a. Anyway, I won't explain it.
No, don't explain it. We'll get you out. We'll get out of your way.
Okay.
We'll let you do your thing. Ladies and gentlemen, another time for Mr. Tom Houston.
Alexandra, stay. They're not going to leave. I saw them this morning when I took round the keys. We sat in the garden, then walked to the trees. And that's where I found his boy. Alexandra, stay. There's nowhere to go. They went down to the river The river said, no, I don't last forever. My water is low. Best not abandon the home, you know. Alexandra stayed, despite saying goodbye. We can visit them later with our voices unwind. I've left the door open for those wanting to pry. Hello, Alexandra, is that you waiting inside? Alexandra stayed, they're not going to leave. I heard her calling, so I went round to see. We sat in the garden, then walked to the trees, and that's where I found his voice in the breeze.
Thank you, Tom. That was lovely. You did do it before, but it's not no reason why we shouldn't hear that lovely song again.
I did do it before.
Yeah, I remember the Alexandra.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Applause from Elmi.
So,
for that song.
while we're in this, did I do the one about a croft, about smiling at the croft? Did I do that before as well?
No idea.
We'll have to listen to it.
I'll have to listen to it. I mean, I barely know who you are, to be honest, most days.
Yeah, so it's amazing that you even remembered, or maybe I didn't do it before and you're just having a false memory.
No, you definitely did that one before.
So it's a collaboration.
Yeah. I don't know the other one. I can't say for sure. I mean, you are a lovely guest. I know that.
I don't think you've done one about a croft before.
Smiling
We don't have
at the
many
croft.
songs about crofts.
My God. So, well, I'll try it, and then if I did it before, then I get double the money for doing 2 songs twice.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, or we could shoot you with a gat gun. One of the
oh
two.
yeah. Yeah. What do we do now? Do you carry on chit chat and I disappear?
Well, you can
Where-
stay there for a minute and we can play around with you while we
Yeah.
we say for anybody watching, this is Tom Houston. He's a lovely man and he's a fine artiste from Scotland, coming live from direct for us today. And also, just if anyone's joined us and you didn't know, on Monday we were at Shrub End Social Centre from 2 p.m. And we have entertainment, quiz, raffle. We'll probably share some memories, refreshments, and we've got Mr. A.D. Johnson will be performing with us, doing some of his own songs and maybe some others. So that should be fun. And also, just to say, if anybody, we're starting doing feedback for our funders to see what people have thought about what we're doing. So if you've watched a Memory Afternoon and online, or you've been to an in-person one, you've received a newsletter, any of that, just let us know what you think about what we're doing. We'd appreciate that. And I'll also be asking artists like Tom, who've come on the show or have performed for us in person, what's that been like? Because it'd be good to get the feedback from artists as well. I mean, I'm not meaning to put you on the spot, Tom. You can reflect on that later. But yeah, I'd like to hear what sort of artists think about it, because that's a nice, important side of things for us.
Yeah, Do you want? Will we take like half an hour just now to give you a full dossier?
Yeah, can we have a full dossier on my desk by Monday morning?
Absolutely.
No,
I'll for a wee bit extra, I'll put in an improvement plan as well with certain sort of like short-term targets.
yes. Yes,
You
key.
sound like you've had some of them yourself. You know a little bit too much about that kind of thing.
Yeah, we want some KPIs, key performance indicators, all of that jazz.
Oh no, I'm much more radical than that.
Oh,
Much more radical. If
Oh.
you know me, you know, none of this old-fashioned stuff. This is like modern, radical change improvement stuff. You know.
so if we asked you a straight question, how many kisses would you leave us in a message nowadays?
Well, there's 3 of you,
Yeah.
and there's the radio station, but I think you've got to share them out. So I think today you're getting 2 kisses, but in brackets there'll be, I don't know whether it's 99 or 1. The 99 is to reflect where you've been, or the 1 is that extra leap. So I'm going to give you 3 kisses, 2 now and 1 to take you to 100.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Oh, that's great. Thank you very much. I've noticed, I don't know about Tom and Jeanette, but I have mostly moved up to 2 kisses because, you know, pandemic, war, you know, all the other stuff. People need as many kisses as they can get in a message. I've gone 2. Tom doesn't, Tom Hardy, I don't know if he's moved up to 1 yet.
No.
Jeanette, so no kisses from Tom Hardy at all.
Why would I do that?
Don't matter about a war, don't matter about a pandemic. No kisses from Tom. Jeanette, how many are you on in your messages now?
In written messages, I'm probably on about 3. In real life, I've met up with loads of people in real life this morning at a meeting. Some of these people I haven't seen since before the pandemic, and these are business people in a big company. And so, of course, some of them that I hadn't met before were doing handshakes, but anybody I'd met before, anybody that I'd worked with before, they were like, "Come here." I'm getting hugs. So yeah, 3 kisses.
3,
I'd like hugs as well, please.
Some in my family have moved to 4, you know, even
Have they?
5. I mean, there ain't no coming back from that. There ain't no coming back. If you start putting 4 or 5 on, what are you going to do to your everyday friends? You know,
Yeah.
they're going to be
Thing is,
bereft.
can't you do with phones and some apps, if it's not in an email, you can put little emojis, can't you? And you can get little ones that have like kind of lipstick shaped lips, or lips with lips.
Yes.
And you can do that and like a real kiss.
Yeah, I think we need those emojis authenticated, you know.
Yeah, I do a
because
lot of those.
Tom does a lot of those.
You do a lot
and
of them,
some-
yeah.
It's quite disturbing to me some nights when I
Yeah.
think about what he's putting on there. Anyway, I digress. We should stop chatting. We're going to do a little thing, Tom Houston, and we're going to come back to you in a moment or 2. Thanks for being with us, sir.
The results. We got your vote in, so if we need that, we're fine, Tom.
Thank you, Tom. He says he might have changed, but I've muted him, so I can't hear him anymore. Sorry, Tom. And just to say, see you, Elmy. She's probably gone, but thank you for a great afternoon. See you soon, she says. See you soon, Elmy. Jeanette,
Right, scores.
on the doors.
Scores on the doors. Well, like a posh auction, there have been some votes that came through by telephone and on the internet. So it's higher than the votes that you saw here.
And
Yeah.
the line's
And what-
closed now.
Yeah, lines are all closed now.
Oh my God, she got a lot of friends. The winner is Hide and Seek. This week's street game of the week is Hide and Seek. It beats Knockdown Ginger by a smidgen. Well
Just a
done.
smidgen. Yeah.
Well.
I didn't
now,
need Tom Houston's additional vote. It was
we didn't
okay.
need
But
it. But we
he's
need him in our
popular.
lives, don't we? So
we
we're
definitely
welcoming
need him
back.
and his humour and his music. We like a lot.
Absolutely. Lovely chat. We're welcoming back after this week's Poem of the Week.
It's poem of the week. It's sometimes short and sweet. It's poem of the week, and it's always magnifique.
Well, this week's poem is one that I'm feeling pretty good about. Everything's a little bit lovely and rosy in my world, apart from my bad back, so I can't spin in my chair. But I'm appreciating things a lot, and I hope you are too. And this poem is called Small Winds, and it's by Donna Ashworth from her book I Wish I Knew. Small winds, little things, look for the beauty in everything. Deep breaths, wide smiles, helping and going the extra mile. Warm drinks, soft chairs, sending a text to show they care. Kind words, happy talk, feeling the wind on blustery walks. Fairy lights, early nights, finding a book that fits just right. Hot baths, cozy socks, safe in your kingdom when doors are locked. Small winds, little things. Look for the beauty in everything. That was Small Winds by Donna Ashworth. I hope you like that, and I hope you are all appreciating all the little or the big things in life.
They're super positive. You are super positive.
I am mostly.
Let's welcome back Tom as well. The other Tom, of course, Tom Houston. That was lovely, Jeanette.
It was.
There he is. I like positive people. And we are all positive people. That's right, Tom Hardy, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure it is. What do you mean?
From a cheek. Outrageous.
We are.
Tom Houston, what are you going to finish us off on?
Well, I was going to do Smiling at the Croft.
Oh.
And given how well, given my cut, it's probably best to do that one. I do have my doubts that I've done it before, but if I set it up and say, can I transport you to the northwest coast of Scotland where the houses have got really thick walls, and can you imagine you're in there peering out over the shore and you put on a peat fire? Does that ring any bells?
Was there a supermarket or a shop involved in it?
No, there's not a supermarket.
No.
You're in this crop. You're miles from anywhere.
Yeah, the only one we had a conversation about a shop somewhere, didn't we?
No, the nearest shop is Willie Dingwall's, which is the post office a mile and a half away. You would need to walk over the hill.
Not Wally Dingwalls.
Oh, all right. So
I'll tell you what, look at it this way. They said to Carl Douglas, don't you get fed up with singing your one-hit wonder? And he said, Kung Fu Fighting. He said, no, why don't you get fed up? Because what a song, and we want to hear the songs more than once because they are wonderful and we like what you do. So
exactly.
Even if we have, it's great. It's great. Just go for it. Go mad, go crazy, go all Tom Houston on us.
So there you are. There we all are in this cottage in the north of Scotland, overlooking the shore, peering out there just to see what we see. And this is a true story. I swear I saw a mermaid lying on the rocks. She was glistening in the moonlight and smiling at the croft. I didn't want to scare her, but I wanted to get close. So I crept along the reed bed and hid behind the boat. Shiver me timber, loosen the rocks. Who's that smiling at the croft? Up to Gracie, he took a lazy view. He was listening to jazz on radio 2. I said, pump up the volume, I want to listen to the groove. But don't scare the mermaid, I think she likes the blues. Shiver me timber, loosen the rocks. Who's that smiling at the croft? Then I see an eagle She circles round the bay, so I turn my head skyward to hear what she will say. Then I see a poacher with a drift net in his sack. He says, I'll split the salmon if you take up the slack. Then the mist came in, I couldn't see what happened next. Oh, it's well after midnight and nobody is left. Shiver me timber, loosen the rocks, what's that cooking at the croft? Shiver me timber, loosen the rocks, what's that cooking at the croft? Shiver me timber, loosen the rocks, and we're all smiling at the croft. The moral of the story, the moral of the tale, if you can smell peat smoke, don't inhale.
I
That was lovely.
absolutely love that. I don't think you have done that before. I
No.
feel I would remember.
Yeah, I think you've
I
done it
really
twice
loved it.
before.
Health and safety advice thrown in there as well.
Very
What was
good.
you saying, Tom Hardy? I missed you, Tom Hardy.
Yeah, you've definitely done that before. Yeah. Maybe more than once, I think. Yeah,
Is that the fifth time I've done it?
I think so. Yeah.
It was
Maybe
the best time, though. It was the
Maybe
best.
10th or something. Yeah.
I'll believe.
Really?
I believe Jeanette. I think she's the only truthful one amongst you.
I think
Absolutely.
so.
He
Yeah.
is.
Oh, little does he know.
Little- No, that's-
No, seriously, I really liked it, and I liked that it felt quite intimate and lovely. But I would also like to hear it with a full band, and that made me think: have you ever played with a full band before?
Yes, it's so interesting that you asked that question. It's almost like primed, because in this album, Shunk is not quite the full band version, so it's the acoustic version of it. But also, in a former life, I played with a band called Dave's New Bike. We ended like all good bands, not on the best of terms. But there's a version with the band as well. So there's a band version and there's an acoustic version of that. And you've
Oh.
heard the solo version, according to Tom Hardy, 5 times.
5 times, yeah. That's probably why I really like it. I've really got to know it.
Yes.
Oh
So,
wow,
yeah. So there's
it's a beautiful song.
So
Very
is,
lovely.
is the band version a bit ruder then?
no. The words are the same. It's just got the one of the guys in the band was a punk guitarist, so it's got some crunchy guitar on it.
Right.
Whereas this one's got a harmonium and a ship piano, acoustic guitar, a bass and stuff. Whereas the other
Oh.
one, but so
Is it
the-
on
the-
the Spotify?
yes, I can get you whatever. We're gonna go through Jono and do the links and things.
Sure.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just going to look it up on Spotify.
Yeah, well, so
Big listen.
on Spotify it will be there. It will be Smiling at the Croft, Dave's New Bike. This version is only available at my website and at Bandcamp. You see, so we can.
Ah,
So that one is available at tomhouston.org.
Yeah, I've just put it up, but I just realised it's covered Jeanette's face.
Is it?
That's
Right?
And I can't move. So
Um,
let's get over there. Tom Who www, which you don't need the www. If you just put tomhouston.org, you will find it.
And I think we've said this before that if you look, so the other one's Dave's New Bike, all lowercase, one word, Dave's New Bike, no apostrophe or anything in it.
Yeah, because if you put a search in for Dave's new bike, you'll know what you're going to get. Lots of Dave's new bikes, aren't you?
Absolutely,
Unless you spell it funny.
yeah.
Only way to go. What you got coming up, Tom? Anything?
I've got a
horizon?
Yeah, I've got a trip to England.
England.
Yeah, on the 9th of July, I heading into Berwick for a gig there.
Nice.
Eric, that's nearly Scotland, isn't it?
I know it's I didn't want to go too far.
Yeah.
I decided to go to nearly Scotland.
That's in the county of nearly Scotland, isn't it?
Yes.
I've heard of that.
And if I come out of that alive, I might go further south the next time, like, you know, Newcastle or Liverpool.
Carlisle. Is that solo gig?
Solo gig, yeah. Solo gig. And then I've got I'm at the Belladrum Tartan Heart Festival. I've got four gigs on that. I've got there 3 of them are solo, and one's with a composer who I met up in Wester Ross, and we're doing some spoken word. And because I've got my black book of spoken word.
Ooh.
And it's a place, it's a stage called the Verb Garden, and I have this.
Nice.
I have this. It's a series called Too Small to Get Anywhere High, and there's 6 episodes in it, and because I wrote one, and everyone said, "Is that it?" And like they were what like, and so I then made it. That was the pilot, so I then made it a whole season with 6 episodes, and I did it, and it worked so well that I've just written season 2. I mean, it's only, they're about 3 minutes each episode. So, yes, there's things happening.
Good. That's good. I just got comment from Keith. He sends lots of applause and says both versions sound great. Off to search the interweb.
Oh,
So that's his afternoon sorted.
that's it. There's things to be found there. Yeah.
Tom, thanks so much for being on our show. I mean, this is probably what 3rd appearance, maybe. Is it 3rd or 4th?
Can you bring a few more new songs next time, though?
Oh, Tom,
It's a joke.
I know it's a joke.
Oh, there's
Keith.
another question from Keith.
Keith on the chat says, any gigs around Dunoon in late July?
Dunoon, late
Dunoon.
July. Well,
Mm.
Belladrum.
Glasgow area.
No,
generally.
well, there's actually there's a guy who said he'll look for a gig for me at Glasgow. But at the moment we're looking at maybe the Glad Cafe, but I don't have anything because at the end of July I'm up at Belladrum, and that's there, and then I'm probably doing another one in Fife. Sold out gigs in Fife at the Bread and Butter Cafe,
Nice.
and then I'm hoping to make the city of Colchester if there's any festivals down their way.
There is. There's one on the 9th of July.
Oh, the
Which
same
is-
day.
Yeah. That's my festival.
You'll have to fly down.
I have to
Yeah.
do that in the morning.
Do you know Jeanette's the best person to speak to about that, actually, because she sort of does promotions, and you know, if you're in this neck of the woods, she knows more about it than.
Well, let's have that chat, because I think as I say, if I survive the Nearly Scotland gig, then looking for something in August and yeah.
and onwards. Well, thank you, Mr. Tom Houston. It's been a pleasure seeing you again, as it is always. Thank you so much for coming on our show.
Thank you for having me.
And good luck with the gigs, and good luck with the writing, and good luck just remaining awesome. Yeah.
It's a hard job.
Yeah. Somebody's got to do it. Yeah.
You do it
Yeah.
very well. You're very
You do it.
practiced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do. You do it
And
very well.
Tom, I think maybe I'll change one of the lines in the songs for the next time. If there is a next time.
That'll fool me.
That should satisfy
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, just
mean,
do a wrong chord somewhere.
I do that anyway, but I'll just do it different. A different wrong chord. Okay.
Bless
Thanks
you.
for having
See
me.
you again, Tom.
A pleasure.
Bye,
you so much.
Tom.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
So that's how. Oh, he's popped off. Oh, bless him. And I have to mute him because otherwise he's going to talk over. He's done it himself. He's a lovely man. Thank you, Tom Houston, for being on our show this afternoon. That's our show this afternoon. We are back on the 24th of June. We have our 100th show we will be doing. We're looking forward to that. We have special guests, Sadie Johnson, Marina Florence, Emma Miller, Marie Saunders, all sorts of things going on.
Are we going to dress up? That's what I need to know.
I don't know.
I think we should. It's our centenary.
I mean, I always dress up, but I'm wondering what kind of dress up you're thinking.
Well, I may wear a crown.
You wear a crown. Me and Tom will come with
and a long dress and some beads, maybe.
We'll lick our tongues and push down our eyebrows and our hair, and we'll be ready. I don't have a crown or beads, so we'll leave that to you. We should just have a good time. We can chat more about that in a moment or two. But thank you, everyone, for being with us and hanging in there. I know we're not doing it as regularly, and I know you have lots of things doing when it's nicer weather. But we're so pleased that you take the time to be with us. So for me, Tom and Jeanette, it's very, very much a thanks and a goodbye. Have a good couple of weeks. See you on the 24th of June. Thanks to the National Lottery Community Fund for supporting our work. And thanks you lot for supporting our work. And we'll see you in person on Monday at Shrub End Social Centre at 2:00. I'm going to get the outro credits. That all seems seamless. And we'll see you then. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
We've all got a tale to tell. Times were not always so. But putting it all aside, we made it through by and by. It's warm and toasty in here. Share our laughter, sometimes tears. You'll be welcome with a cup of tea and a biscuit, maybe 2 or 3, wrapped in a little white cloth, cooking for hours in the old iron pot. There's a jam roly-poly for tea, enough for you and Dad and Grandma and me. What did we like the most? Fish paste sandwich, peas on toast. Nothing could come close to bubble and squeak the day after our son